Hello, hello, and welcome to the All In podcast with Nate Pao. Of course, I'm your host, Nate Pao. My guest today is Tavia Sharp. Tavia is an image consultant, speaker, and coach, helping men magnetize the results through enhancing their image and personal brand. Tavia is the founder of Styled Sharp, a consulting and coaching firm focused on personal styling and image consulting for both individuals and brand. She also offers training programs within companies and organizations as a speaker, consultant, and coach around her pillars of expertise: professional image, personal branding, digital presence, communication, and networking skills. Her background includes 15 years of hands-on fashion industry experience with companies like Calvin Klein, Macy's, and Nautica. From individualized programs to seminars and workshops, Tavia brings her A game to help clients refine their personal and professional image to become dateable, promotable, and investable in business and beyond. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm
Yeah,
great.
you have a very compelling bio there. And I think, men get, the, a lot of people don't spend a lot of time on looking the right part. It's not something a lot of people focus on. They don't care. We were kind of talking before the show started. I buy a bunch of my stuff at Costco. Not that I, like that style. It's just like convenience and stuff like that. But there's something about dressing sharp or looking nice when you go out and feeling where you looking the best, what they say, look good, feel good.
Yes.
And I think that is an important thing, but it's also hard to find like what style works for you. So what kind of was like your starting point with, this is something that you're passionate about and you want to create a business around it?
Yeah, actually, I've worked in the fashion industry for 15 years and I designed menswear. And so I always had my guy friends or guys that I dated ask me for advice because they're like, you're the expert. I want help. I don't know how to do this on my own. And, guys don't go shopping with other guy friends. They maybe go with their wife or their girlfriend. If they're single, they don't really have anybody, right? So a lot of times they'd ask me to go with them. And then this is actually my second business. My first business, I used to have my own line. And so when I thought about starting a second business, I wanted to do something that actually combined helping people, where I could bring in my skill set, but it actually helped people. And I thought this is a great tool because so many guys need help in this area, and this is my expertise. So I really just started doing it on the side. I was still working at Calvin Klein as a designer, and it picked up. I asked guys, hey, if went shopping with you, if I went styling, your wardrobe, would you pay me? And they said yes. And then there you go, that was my business. So it really started very basic. It was just personal shopping and styling. But pretty soon I realized that a lot of men were saying, hey, you know what, this makes me feel really good, I feel confident. Their mood would change, right? It's, to me, style is self-expression. And I know even in my own career, it has helped me tremendously. And I worked in fashion my whole career, but it's helped me land jobs. It's helped me in my dating, my personal life. And so I was like, wow, I think I have something here, that goes beyond just thinking about our style as a superficial thing, but it's more like, how does it affect you? How does it make you feel good? And how do you use it as a tool to get certain results in your life, right? So that's really where it started, and here I am.
Very cool. I think it's something that's it's so important. And, if you want to be at the top of your game, whether it's, professional or dateable, you want to put your best foot forward. And sometimes you need to polish it up and find something that works for your style. And so
Yes.
I was going to, over the last few years, a ton of like networking and trade show events, right? And
Hmm.
I would wear business, um, like the business basics, right? Slacks, black slacks, and a button-up shirt, right? And you
Right.
go to these events. Maybe you wear a blazer, and there'd always be like two or three men that would rock the style like so much better. Like they had like fitted shirts, fitted pants. Like it made them look like they were well put together. Didn't look sloppy, and they
Hmm.
always looked clean and polished. And their shoes and their belts and everything matched. And they always had this like level of confidence that I was always envious of. Like, hey man, these just feel like they show up and everything's perfectly put together. And even though it's not like you have to spend, $1,000 for Armani suits and stuff like that, but they just
Yep.
look like they, you know, if like you're going to go somewhere and you're going to have a guest in your car, like you wash your car, you clean your car, you don't show up and it's that like cups on the floor. It's like
Yes.
you clean it up and it looks nice and presentable, and they always did. And so my wife started helping me pick out like, a little nicer clothes and a little bit of stuff more of my style for going to these things. And all of a sudden I just felt like I had a lot more confidence and a
Mm.
lot more, like I just felt like I stood out a little bit more, and it's just like, even though it wasn't like anything super flashy, I just felt better, and I think that was
Yes.
very, very critical to some of my change in behavior with going to things where I was putting myself out there and I was a little nervous going to it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes.
so I like to ask my guests when they first come on the show is, what does the word luck mean to you? What do you feel? Are you a lucky person? Do you believe in luck?
I don't believe in luck at all. I believe that you co-create your life. Um, I I've proven it many times, by really thinking what I want and creating it. And that's what I call in, I attract it. And so I really don't believe in the idea of luck. I don't think anybody's lucky or unlucky. I think you just really do have so much more power than you let yourself have sometimes. And some people recognize it more in themselves than others. But I know for me, that's something I stand by. I definitely believe in co-creating what I want. Mm-hmm.
How do you co-create your life? What would be an example that you do to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, avoid luck and create your own?
Um, I I think about what I want. I create the vision. I step into what my future, and this is a little bit what I do with clients as well. I think about what is my future version of myself. What is it that I really want to create? In 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and what does that person look like? How do they show up? Where are they living? What car are they driving? How am I dressing? And how can I step into that now, right? Like, how do I embody that now? How do I create that energy of that feeling of it now, so then I can start to actually magnetize that into my life, and that shows up as opportunities. And really it does. Like, the more we magnetize that energy, it really shows up. And I that's actually something I do with my clients. And I say, what is it that you want to attract? What are your goals? And how can you show up as that person now?
Hmm. That's what I was going to ask you, is like how that process looks like. And I think it probably does have more of, well, here's a nice shirt and here's a pair of pants that'll work out good. And this is probably stylish, but like, what do you think about the saying like dress for the job you want, or dress, to impress? What's your kind of take on that, and how do you incorporate that into the work and the coaching you do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I do a lot of kind of vision. What's the big vision? And you think about, like, a lot of us create vision boards, right? You've heard of that. Oh, what do we want our year to look like for 2020? You create a vision board. I kind of do the same thing with my clients. I talk about their goals, what it is that they want to create for themselves. Do they want to make more money? They want to grow their business. They want to get promoted. They want to attract their dream partner. And so then I really go in a deep dive with them. And I also say, like, what are your power words? How do you want to be seen? What do you want to be known for? And how can we actually create that through your image, your style, how you think, act, express yourself, present yourself? So this is where a little bit of personal branding comes in. And so we really go into that more. And that's where I want to emphasize that my whole thing is not to, like, make you feel like somebody you're not. This is about you being the authentic version of yourself. If you think about it, it's like you 2.0. Like, we're just cranking up the dial on who you already are and who you want to step in being. And that's what we're going to create your image to be. It's like that, like, badass version of yourself. Let's crank it up and
Yeah.
create it.
It's almost like when you are creating your own personal brand, right? And you go and you do like the website yourself, or you create your own logo yourself. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then you give it to a professional and they do like stuff to it. And you're like, wow, like you turned this
Right.
like thing from like 2 dimensions into 5 dimensions. And like, it's just so much more powerful. I
Yes.
mean, did you start off with the intent of going like, hey, I'm going to help men uh, improve their style and the way they dress, but it also, like, where did it like dawn on you that this is more than just that, and it is that
Mm-hmm.
personal branding, and you're almost working as a lifestyle coach in the same way for cleaning up, like, you want a social media marketing coach, you need a branding coach, and you need somebody that's going to go, hey, look, if you're going to go out and present yourself,
Mm-hmm.
let's look the part too. So where
Yes.
was that kind of a aha moment for you?
I think just seeing the results that my clients started to get, like I was thinking so basic about it in the beginning, like, oh, I just, I know this stuff, right? I've worked in fashion for how long? This is stuff I can do. Like I don't even have to think about it. And then once I started working with people, I realized the results they were getting were so powerful. They were like attracting a girlfriend, that they were, single for a long time, weren't getting any dates. Now all of a sudden they have a girlfriend. I mean, I've had business owners attract like amazing deals and opportunities. I've had my client who was really not getting any attention as a consultant, and then he was like speaking to Fortune 500 companies, all because of just changing their look, because it affects your mood. And so I was like, wow, this is a really powerful tool, and we're underutilizing it. We all have to get dressed, even when we're working from home and we're going virtual, right? We're still having to dress for the day. And there's been so many studies on this, like enclothed cognition is the actual term for dressing a certain way where it affects your mood. So when we dress, as our most powerful self, we step into that. And then we're like, we're attacking our day. And my client says it best. He's like, it's like I'm putting my head in the game. When I wear a certain thing, I'm ready for that. And your head is in the game when you wear the right thing. So it's the same kind of feeling.
Yeah. So when you're creating a personal brand around people, and you're incorporating their personality, now a lot of the trends have been, and this might be like Silicon Valley trend, this stuff. It's like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you want to wear like the same thing over and over again because you're taking decisions that you don't need to be making every day. Like if you just know, like, hey, I'm wearing a black shirt and jeans, or I'm wearing a gray suit and a blue tie. Like it's always the same. So there's not a lot of thinking. What do you think people should be kind of, as this personal branding, have like a consistent look, like just like you recognize McDonald's logo is always the same, or there should be a wide variety or like variations, like somewhere in between? Where's kind of your take on that and the day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
branding, personal branding, clothing choices?
Yeah, I think that with number one, like I said, it should be authentic to you. So if you're not a three piece suit guy, then don't go do that. It should be authentic. And I definitely, yes, I emphasize the consistency and being congruent with how you show up. I definitely think that you want to have variety, right? Because I think we get bored. But I like to say I help my clients from decision fatigue, because I'm basically taking that decision out of it. Once we actually create their looks, I put everything together. I style it for them. It's in a digital lookbook they have access to. I'm telling them exactly what to wear when. They don't have to think. Now they have variety, right? I don't think you need a ton of clothes. I definitely don't. I think you can create a capsule wardrobe, is what I would say, call it. So you just have key items, right, that you purchase, and then you can mix and match those items and just create new looks. Like maybe I buy a suit for a client and I'm like, okay, let's break up this suit. Let's take the jacket, and I just styled it 3 different ways. The pants I styled, a bunch of different ways. So it's more versatile. You're not having to buy a bunch of stuff, but you're creating some versatility, and it looks consistent too, because everything matches together, but you're getting a bunch of looks out of it. So that's how I approach that decision fatigue thing.
Yeah, it makes it easier when everything's kind of simple. And when we talked about it, like before we started the show, I was like, hey, not only do I buy at Costco, but I buy like the same shirt in just like every color available. And I'm
Mhm.
even getting to the point where it's like, I'm just gonna get 3 black ones because I like wearing them. But then I always think like, oh, do people like wonder like, are you changing your clothes? Are you washing everything every day, or you just wear the same thing every day? But I do have a question for you regarding, actually a two-part question, because I'm curious about this. What is the most important piece of a man's attire that they should be focused on if they're going to get one thing right? What should it be?
Mm.
And then two, what are the biggest mistakes guys are making right now, and that are just like, hey, don't even go there. Like that's fashion police nightmares.
So for the first question, did you mean a piece of an article of clothing or just in general?
Yeah, and I don't want to lead you down the path for the answering for you, but like a
Mhm.
lot of times people will say like you got to have like a really great pair of shoes, or you got to
Yeah.
have like a really nice watch, or like it's the belt, or what is that one piece that like you say, hey,
Mm,
this is where you want to invest your money in, get
yeah.
something good here, and then from there on, you can just mix and match the rest, and the quality of it isn't as important.
Hmm. I definitely think every guy should own a really just well-fitted suit. I Because you never know when you're going to need it, and you can always break it up and a lot of guys fall into, oh, I buy this suit and I always have to wear the two things together. That's actually not, you don't have to wear it together all the time. Yes, when it's appropriate and you have to wear the suit, but you could always take the jacket and wear that with different bottoms, different shirts, break it up, make it versatile. So I think every guy should own like a just one, if anything. I know maybe you don't wear it day to day, but just one really well fitted suit. And the biggest mistake that I see is definitely in fit. A lot of men don't wear the right fit that works for their body type. So things tend to look too big and too sloppy because they're not wearing a fit that works for them properly.
Hmm.
So I think fit and size gets confused with men. They think, "Oh, I'm wearing the right waist size," but there's so many different fits, tailored fit, slim fit, skinny fit, regular fit. So you got to find the right fit for your body type. And I'm telling you, you do not have to spend a ton of money. If you get the fit down, you will look like $1 million.
Yeah. There's
Mhm.
something about it being right and getting the fit right. And I have like I'm sure everybody has the same problem, especially it's like from a guy to say this, like my body's awkward shaped and it's like hard to get things that fit right. But
Yes.
for me, like I have like long arms.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, like to get shirts that fit, like especially collared shirts that fit, I have to they come like long, but
Mm-hmm.
then they're like really loose in the waist area, or they're like really big around the neck and they don't fit right. Or with pants to get them the right waist size, like they're really tight on my legs, and like I just feel like like
Mm-hmm.
I'm all pinched up in certain areas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally get like the importance of fit. And sometimes that does mean like you I can't shop at Costco. I need to go and get stuff that's a little bit more tailored for the right size, and finding
Mm-hmm.
the difference. Like, hey, some people can wear skinny jeans
Yes.
and some guys can't, and you
Yes.
got to find like, hey, what looks good for you. There is something about it when somebody just like wears something that fits them, no matter what their body type. They just look like, hey, you look put together. But when
Yes.
it looks sloppy, no matter your body type, you just look sloppy too.
Yes. And I think the other, I think I see a lot, especially at a networking event or something like that. I see a lot of men, they think, oh, I just got to wear a suit, right? Like that's the go to. But if the suit looks like it doesn't fit well or it looks outdated, I think that's communicating that basically that,
Hmm.
oh, I'm not really current. I'm not really in the know. And so that's what is communicating. People don't always say that to your face, but it comes across and it affects your trust, your credibility. And so if you're, you know, you got the fit down and like, I mean, it doesn't have to be a trendy thing. I don't even believe in trends, to be honest. For men, I don't think you need to. But if you just look current and put together, it's going to go so much further for you, especially in networking. If you're a business owner,
Yeah.
for sure. Hmm.
For sure. That is important. People put um, judgments on things, right? Like especially if you're like in certain professions, like if you're a lawyer or
Hmm.
you're in sales and you look sloppy, they're gonna go, you're probably not that good at your job. But if even if you don't
Right.
aren't good at your job and you look clean and well polished, like I bet that person knows what they're doing, But
Yes.
then I guess if you're like a professor and very smart,
Mhm.
or an accountant, and maybe your hair's frazzled and your suit doesn't quite fit that well, it's like, well, of course not. You're into the books and you're into the smarts,
Right.
and of course it fits you. But there
Hmm.
is something about looking put together and
Hmm.
dressing the part. So, um, my next question for you is around the words all in. What does it mean to you to be all in on an idea or an outcome?
All in, I think to me just means like you're gonna go for it and nothing's gonna stop you. I really believe that because being an entrepreneur is really, it's a challenge. And trust me, I didn't think I was going to be like at this place. You know, I started working in fashion. I was like, I'm going to go get a job in fashion. And then here I am following my purpose and my passion, and I'm going all in. Like nothing stops me. I've gone through the roller coaster ride, and you know what? I just keep going because I believe in it. And I think that's what going all in means. It's like not giving up on yourself.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And you shouldn't, give in. If you want to be all in, you got to go through the hard challenges, overcome them, push through, because those little challenges we overcome at the time, they're big, but they become smaller and we rise to the next big challenges. And those little things, you look back, go, I can't believe that was holding me up compared to what I'm facing today. But if you
Yes.
remember that, you're going to push through. So let's
Yes.
talk a little bit about the process. Who's the ideal person you're working with? And I'm also want to expand on this question, not just who they are,
Mhm.
at how they work with you, like how they get started working with you, what
Mhm.
that process looks like, and
Mhm.
how it like evolves from the time that like, hey, I need some help to okay, now we got you going, and the ongoing continuation of it.
Mhm. My ideal client is a business owner, ambitious, high achieving men. I do work with people in that have, jobs, positions, they want to be promotable, but my ideal client is really the business owner, somebody who's the face of their brand. So they are the walking billboard and they have to go out there and sell themselves. And the image is the tool to do that. So working with me, I do a personal brand assessment and we start with the image component. And so I'm really going in deep in asking them questions about their brand, how they want to be seen, how they're showing up now, and what's that future version of themselves look like, act like, sound like, present themselves as. And then I start with their style. So I will look at their wardrobe and make some, I basically go through it and tell them maybe what's working, what's not working. And I will also create a signature look for them. So it's really like a branding, but for the person. And then I actually help them shop. So I find some items that fit that new brand style, and then I style everything. So I give them the looks so they are set. And then we also deep dive into more things. So how are they showing up online? What is their digital presence? Because now we got the look down, but is it congruent in all these other places? What's your LinkedIn profile look like? What's the image? Do you even have a photo? Because I see that a lot. A lot of people don't even have a picture. So is it congruent across all your platforms? And then are you creating your voice on these platforms? And then how are you communicating it to others? Are you networking yourself? Some of my clients are speakers, so it's like, how are you presenting yourself in this new virtual world, right? So it could be a mix of different things depending on the person and what their business is. I've also worked with small teams, so business owners and small teams, like a wealth advisor and his team, and how they're, matching the brand and they're selling a product, but then how are they communicating it, and are they congruent with the overall brand? So that's kind of what it's like, like to work with me.
Very cool. And are you doing like in-person curated shopping, or is this becoming, I mean, now we're a lot of us can't go out and about shopping anyways, or is it more of like, hey, I'm gonna pick things out
Mhm.
on the line and have them shipped to you? Like, how
Mhm.
does, where are you helping out with the choices and the
Mhm.
shopping at?
Currently, I'm doing it virtually 100% just because of the COVID situation. But in the past, I've done it. It's a little bit of a mix of both. So, because I have clients all over, I don't just work with people in New York. I'm based in New York, but a lot of clients I have Chicago, Ohio, the West Coast. So we're working virtually for majority of the time. Some people will fly in, but right now it's all virtual until things kind of shift.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
where's your favorite place to shop right now?
Oh, I have so many. I like Nordstrom Men's. The store in New York is great. Bloomingdale's, I go to a lot. Bonobos. Those are kind of my top picks for men. And one of my shirt brands I like Stamped. They're based in New York and they are a great brand.
Awesome stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm out there, I'm listening. I realize I need some help with my style. I need some help with my branding. Where can I go to get connected with you?
Yeah, you can find me on my website. It's www.styled, Styled, sharp, SHARP.com. And or you can email me Tavia, Tavia at styledsharp.com.
Awesome stuff. So I encourage anybody out there, just whether you think you need help or not, I'm sure as guys, we always could use a little polish on our outfits. You don't have to be super into fashion to seek out advice and just look your best. So I encourage you to reach out to Tavia, say hello. If you have a conversation with her, let her know you heard about her on the All In podcast and get connected and see where it goes. So thank you so much for coming on the show. Had a fantastic time chatting with you. And, I'm ready to get back out there when the COVID lifts so we can get back into networking and looking
Me
sharp
too.
and being my best. So
Thanks so much. Thanks for having
awesome.
me.
Thanks for coming on.